This TikTok prankster is going viral for getting arrested after filming the interiors of homes of unsuspecting victims. Tommy Tough Knuckles is known for his edgy pranks that seem to blur the lines between comedy and legality. And this time, he skirted a little too far over the line. And the worst part is, he recorded every minute of it. And before we get into all the details of who this guy is and how we got here, have you ever seen a human omelet?
I'm the reason why these egg prices are so high! You can bet on it live on Costly.com!
So not only is it absolutely bizarre to pour eggs on yourself, but to pour a bunch of eggs on yourself in public with no shame in the world? I don't know whether to be concerned or impressed. So, Kyle Velasquez, aka Tommy Tough Knuckles, is a TikToker with a little bit of buzz. His formula? Be an absolute menace to members of his community and film it for the world to see. But just when you thought it couldn't get worse, he manages to surprise everyone with a steady stream of rage bait content.
Oh, give me a hell! Yeah!
He's just absolutely terrorizing the community, pouring things on himself, making a mess, and of course, not cleaning it up. So let's get into who this guy is. Tommy's a 21-year-old TikToker from Long Island who's been hell-bent on making the lives of local businesses and innocent people a living hell for months. And you already know why this attention seeker is doing it, for the glorious privilege of going viral. Now, I don't know about you, but if I ran into somebody that's pouring eggs all over himself and it's getting on me, I'd be a little bit upset. But honestly, it kinda seems to be working. His TikTok has over 160,000 followers with over 6 million likes. His Instagram, nearly 100,000. But that's no surprise considering he's drawing attention to himself by harassing innocent bystanders in public, repeatedly, and posting it online for the enjoyment of his fans with no consideration for the nuisance he's causing. Yes, it is mind-boggling, but if there's anything that humans love, it's a good mess. And I don't know if it gets any messier than this. Now, for the most part, his videos are of him doing bizarre things in public and carrying out these so-called pranks that make you question the definition of the word prank. Well, like this next one here.
I'm Tommy Tough Knuckles! I just hit 25K! Bean challenge!
So this grown man decides to walk into a Chinese restaurant, and instead of eating a delicious meal, he decides to take out some beans and pour them on himself? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's okay. Somebody please check up on this guy. Not to mention the manager of the store, poor Cindy Lin, just trying to ensure that her customers are having the best experience possible, while this guy turns her floor into a pinto bean farm. Now honestly, this whole situation is kinda sad, and while there's definitely jokes to be made, it does raise a couple of questions. Like, where do you draw the line between a harmless prank and a literal felony? But also, why are some people so hell-bent on going viral? Literally risking their freedom for the chance to get a couple of internet likes. Like, what did he expect to happen? It's just another case of doing things without thinking of consequences. All around, just incredibly sad. But unfortunately, there's more, and it does get even more ridiculous.
Put the iPhone in my ass!
Put it in! You heard him!
Put the iPhone in my ass! Put the iPhone in my...
He didn't stutter!
Put it in my...
No, he's trolling.
Please!
Now yes, I know what you're thinking. He thought really deeply about what he was gonna do, went over to Boost Mobile, and hurled these random words at these employees who were just trying to sell some phones. Now obviously, if you're in elementary school, you might think that's pretty funny, but to the rest of us, it really is just a nuisance. But the worst part is, these aren't even the videos that got Tommy in trouble. Even though they're a complete nuisance, they apparently weren't bad enough to warrant a response. No. Now, it was when Tommy put hidden cameras in people's homes without their consent that he landed in hot water. Tommy's now in some serious legal trouble for trying to film people's reactions without their consent, and he's facing 8 separate criminal counts, all stemming from his reckless pranks. He's got complete disregard for the law and a desperate need for attention. And the worst part is, you're not gonna believe how he responds.
Kyle, you wanted attention, now you got it.
Kyle Vasquez is used to chasing likes on TikTok, but not much to like about this obscene gesture at court today.
Hey, what are you doing?
What?
We're not doing that.
Then he tried to barge out a side door in conflict with the officers that were here to escort him out. The 21-year-old from Coram, known as Tommy Tough Knuckles on TikTok, facing 8 separate criminal counts today for viral videos like this one.
I'm Tommy Tough Knuckles, and I'm the reason why these egg prices are so high!
But what he's also chasing
is the dollar. He makes money off this.
Police say Vasquez dumped 50 raw eggs over his head outside this Ralph's Italian Ices here in Center Reach. Then there's the incident up the road inside Wing Hua Chinese restaurant, where police say he spilled the beans.
Yeah, I'm really angry. They're all angry because they made me a mess.
The restaurant releasing this surveillance video to show what they were subjected to, all for likes on social media.
Give me your 50 gang, we'll do more!
But the felony counts were far worse, authorities telling us Vasquez unlawfully recorded 2 private homeowners with an undercover camera in Selden and Center Reach to mock them for allowing him inside.
Because they were kind, and they let somebody into the house claiming that they had to use a bathroom in an extreme way.
I'm honestly not even sure if he completely understands the gravity of the situation, and truthfully, I wonder if he's even capable of doing so. You can tell that he lives for the viral moment. This guy's walking through a courthouse, flipping people off as if he isn't asking for this sort of attention. He's definitely not helping these cases with these kinds of antics, and we've already seen with Johnny Somali and Vitali, going out of your way to piss off the judge and the people that decide your fate is probably not a good idea. But of course, how does he decide to respond to these legal issues? Well, it's no surprise he launched a GoFundMe like everybody else to help pay for his legal defense. Now, hopefully he's got a good lawyer, but surprisingly, he has quite a bit of donations. Now, whether people should be donating to fund this guy's legal defense after he literally terrorizes the people in his community, now that's another question. But clearly, some of you guys are big enough fans of this guy to actually give him money. Now, believe it or not, he's actually pled not guilty, which is a little crazy, I mean, considering there's literal video evidence of almost everything that he's been accused of doing. Look, I don't know the full details of his legal defense nor the angle they're taking, but from the outside looking in, it feels like a bit of an uphill battle for him, I'm not gonna lie. I'll never understand how these nuisance streamers feel confident enough to stand there and plead not guilty to something they've literally live streamed for the whole world to see. And now, Suffolk County Police are asking anybody who's been victimized by Tommy to come forward. So he'll probably expect Cindy Lou to make an appearance for making her clean up all those damn beans. Now, let's take another angle at it. Look, did he clean up his act? Well, you know, kind of. I mean, he changed his profile picture to his mugshot, which isn't necessarily the best look, but if you look at his page, he's actually putting a bit of his clout to good use, spamming food reviews like nobody's business. Now, while he's still got the occasional prank going, they seem to be a lot less harmful in nature. If you look at what he does with this steak,
Can you just cook this a little bit more?
Yeah.
I can't believe you guys really did that.
What
do you mean did what?
I was wondering what you walked in with those bags. I can't take that.
We're in a rush.
I can't take
Yeah.
that. I'm sorry. I can't
cook
take
that?
that.
You can't
No.
cook it?
No. I gave you cooked steaks. I can't.
This
I
is
asked
not
for
cooked.
rare, but not this rare.
No,
Yeah.
I
But the
know,
service is
but
supposed
wherever
to be
you
cooked.
hid those other steaks, I don't know, but I can't take that.
You can check the camera. We can put a bet on it.
I mean, the fries are good.
I
but-
mean, everything else
Listen.
is fine, but I mean, I asked for my steak rare.
No,
not
I know,
this
but
rare.
I literally can't take that. I can't. You guys walked in with that from outside.
No, we didn't.
I know, right? Look, this is
On
definitely
everything we didn't.
camera-worthy moment.
Bro, look, it's
I'm dead.
raw
No,
steak.
I can't. I can get the manager for you, but I can't do nothing about that.
Yeah, can you get the
Can
manager?
we speak to the manager?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Please, please.
Tell you.
What's going on? What happened?
What happened? You want to see a manager?
No.
I mean, I'm not sure which one I like better. Is that a bad thing to say? But hopefully it stays this way. Now, it wouldn't be the first time a streamer cleaned up their act until they go free, then go right back to what they were doing before. But it seems like the era of these nuisance streamers getting away with it might be coming to an end, and hopefully, people can see these cases as an example of why harassing people in public places isn't a viable career option. Now, regardless, I wish Tommy nothing but the best, and I truly hope that he finds the help and maybe the attention that he needs. But I also hope that it's in a manner that is far less harmful than what landed him in these legal issues in the first place. But it still begs the question, how did being a public nuisance become a viable career path? And I guess another question is being a public nuisance a new career path in itself? Why do we glorify this mess, discomfort, chaos, this craziness? Because maybe the problem isn't just the creators. Maybe the problem is us, the viewers, the people following this guy. Like, why are we even talking about it? Because every single prank is a comment section saying LMAO with a fire emoji and a repost button that's giving it air. Now, the next Tommy Tough Knuckles is probably already planning their next crazy over-the-top and potentially illegal prank for attention. So hug your kids tightly, give them the love and attention they need, and for the love of God, let's hope they stop filming inside strangers' homes.